Hello guys, as a blind person who creates content, I need to do with a lot of sudden stuff. Like for instance, right now, I want to show you what you need to consider in order to have content creation. But wait, you can have content creation with literally anything, just because it's the times when this camera that we are working currently on can speak. Yes, it's a Sony Alpha 6700 and it has a screen reader inside of it, so all the things that you see in terms of color and saturation and stuff like this are done by me, because for the first time ever I can go in my settings, most of them like 85-ish% of them, and I can tweak them and change them myself. I don't rely on my girlfriend, come on,
can you please just read it to me, and can you please just put this on this level and this on that level and
But what I wanted to talk about is some of the gear choices that you might make. You can use your phone. You can just hold it like this, like this, to use your better cameras, but it's way better to use a gimbal. And just, in my case, for me, a gimbal makes sure that the gimbal just makes sure of the fact that the gimbal is following my face. This is what it does. This is what I use it for. I don't use it to track different products. I don't use it to pan and to make very posh movements inside of my camera. I use it to follow my face and to be sure that my face is in the center of the image. But to have better sound, I'm using my microphones, and for microphones I'm using those. These are the Rode Wireless Micros, and I plug them in my phone and I use them. It's way better experience. But when I'm out on the street, it's quite uncomfortable for me to actually pull this out of my pocket, set this up, somehow plug in my microphones, here, and somehow, putting this on me, because it has like a rubbery magnet thingy that you need to put under your shirt, and this on top of your shirt, and yeah, you saw how it works. So instead of that, I'm more and more relying on other kind of setup that I use for my content creation. It's this. So you can flip it like this, if you can see, and you need the screen, you can do it like this if you need to actually look at what you are creating. And this is the Insta360 Go 3S. This pops out, and it's a 4K camera. You can mount it anywhere. In fact, under my t-shirt I have this thing, like it's a magnetic pendant thing, and you can mount it like this, you can mount it like this, and have more Instagram and TikTok friendly type of content. And it's way more easier to hold it in your hands. And because I don't know if you can see it actually, but actually here you have a wind muff, and the microphone is quite good, so you are having a very good audio already. There is no wind getting inside of your audio, and the picture is nice. No one said to me, oh, why you are using this Insta360 Go 3S. It's pointless. But if you want to do something more, like in terms of vlogging, this is my choice. This is the GoPro Hero 13 whatever. And do I wish it has like a better microphone? This is a microphone that GoPro put in for quite a while now in this setup. Yes, I badly want this microphone to match the quality of of this microphone. But I get the media mod, this thingy around the camera, because, well, the camera is not this big thing. I think you all know how a GoPro looks, but this is how the GoPro looks. And I get that the media mod was created a couple of years ago, and they are just using the same parts and stuff like this. But I badly need, maybe because I cannot see, I cannot judge, but I badly need this thing to have a better microphone and to have better audio, because for me as a blind content creator, maybe it's too important to have a thing like this. And because I think I embraced 360 content quite early in my life. In fact, I bought my first 360 camera back in 2018. And it was the Insta360 1R, you know, the modular one, where you can convert it from action GoPro style of camera to a 360 camera. Yeah, it was awesome. I had very nice clips for B-rolls, and naturally I gave it to my nephew, who uses now to ride his bicycles, to do his stunts with his bike. He's a young kid, he enjoys it quite a lot. And I bought this, the Insta360 X5. And why I like it? Because of the frame mode. Like, Instaframe mode keeps you in the center of the image. It records everything around you. So if you want to have something more out there, you know, something more story type of ready thingy that you can put on some text and be more entertaining, more attention grabbing and stuff like this, you can pull off AI edit of your 360 video, and it can be done. But the thing I'm using it for is actually the creation of flat images, which are stabilized. You know, they are creating a very nice image, and it has to function like these two things together. You know, it is supposed to be stabilized like a gimbal. It's supposed to follow your face everywhere you go, but it's just one thing. You just put it somewhere, you know, use these things, you put it somewhere, and you just use it. It tracks you all across the image if you need to move somewhere, because right now with this Sony, it can move a little and you know, make the picture follow me a little bit, because of its AI framing that it's built in this camera and a couple of other Sony cameras. But well, it cannot do a 360. And to have a better audio, because again, better audio is quite important for me, I bought this, the Insta360 Mic Air. And it connects wirelessly to this one. I don't have any DJI things. I'm not planning to have DJI things, because I had a DJI gimbal before I had the Insta360 gimbal, because my gimbal that I have is the Insta360 Flow Pro 2 Pro, whatever. It's this gimbal, and I like it way better, because it's on iPhones. It works with the dock kit. It's implemented automatically, and it just tracks your face using even the regular iPhone Apple camera app that's traditional for the iPhone. And I don't need to complicate my setup with anything more. I can just use it. And the DJI gimbal wasn't like this. In fact, the app was quite inaccessible for me. It didn't work well, and I just was dying to get rid of my DJI gimbal, so I'm not planning to buy cameras or gimbals or whatnot from DJI. In fact, I have a gimbal for this big camera for the Sony, and it's from Fiotech. Again, I'm not touching DJI things. Never again in my life. Because I had terrible experience even with that mobile gimbal, and Fiotech app works quite better than this. Why I showed you all of that? Like, I have a little more gear which I can show you, and maybe I would show you in the future. I just want you to pay attention that there are lots of ways that you can have your storytelling going. You can use more POV styles of shot. You can do more vlog styles of shot. You can use 360 cameras, you know, big cameras like this one, more action type of thingies, more like modular type of thingies like this. You can use a regular GoPro. In fact, I'm not sure if because there are newer you know, Insta360 Go Ultra just came out. I'm not sure that I want to upgrade to it, and I'm not sure I want to upgrade to the new GoPro 360 camera, because X5 works amazingly nice for me. What I'm trying to say is that there are a lot of cameras that can literally unleash you to create content. And why I bought all of them? Because I'm blind, and there is no one who can tell me for sure, use this method, use that method, use your phone, use your phone with a gimbal, use actual module cameras that you can transfer and that you can fix to different places and different styles. I had to try all of them, and all of them are serving me nicely. I like them, and I am encouraging you to go out there and try different gear, because gear matters. Like, gear matters, and everyone who tells you that gear doesn't matter, they don't know what they talk about. Because I assume when you can see and when you can replicate easier the things that you can see, or you cannot, and you just go like, oh, I cannot replicate it, I'm doing whatever I can. It's okay, but maybe it's just me. I'm obsessive, and I want to have options. I want to have redundancy, and this is what gear I'm currently using. What I'm trying to do in the future is maybe to sell this, you know, the Go 3S, maybe sell the GoPro Hero 13, and depending on how GoPro Hero 13 looks like to handle low light situations just like those, I think I'm going with either the Insta360 Go Ultra, because it does low light good, or I'm going with GoPro Hero 14 if it does better in low light situations, or I'm just going with this setup, you know, the Sony Alpha 6700, the iPhone 16 Pro. This is the 16 Pro that I have currently, and the Insta360 X5. I need like a fixed action type of camera, which to be lighter and easier to log around. But as I told you, I need camera which can handle better low light situations, and which to have a better microphone in terms of the mount that maybe GoPro, could you release like Media Mod Gen 2 with better mics? I'm you know, I like the colors of GoPro. I like that occasionally they are blowing up some of the parts of the images. And how I know I'm using the AI, the ChatGPT integrations that can describe your images. They are quite good. And whatever ChatGPT and Gemini are describing to me are the things which my girlfriend, my mother, my people with who I regularly shoot with are describing me on the site as well. So the descriptions from AI thingies are quite good in terms of you pursuing the way that you want your colors to look like. And honestly, I'm quite impressed with the Insta360 X5, because from the moment I bought it back in I think the middle of June, they brought quite a lot of improvement into it. The X5 for me feels like the Fuji cameras from a couple of years ago. The Fuji cameras were famous that they are constantly unlocking different possibilities, different Kaizen was quite strong in their products. Now we have Kaizen with Insta360, which is a shame. I would like Sony cameras to surprise me with more and more different things that my camera can do, but they are a Japanese camera maker and they are quite reluctant at pushing updates, even though the A6700 has two updates. But what I want to finish that segment and that video is that you need to take steps towards telling your story. And if a blind person who does his clips alone, who does his videos alone, who does his editing alone, can try different things, even though, I'm blind. I don't need to buy all these video stuff. I could change only my microphones, but I understand because previously I had vision. And I painted and I did acting. Actually, I'm continuing doing acting currently. I understand how important visuals are. And when I can do it, you can definitely do it if you can see and if you can replicate and if you can alleviate the need to use someone or something to describe you, how your pictures look like, how your movements look like, and how you generally actually create things outside of your head. Because it's very cool that you can imagine what you want to do with your videos, with your stuff, with your visuals, with your movements and stuff like this. But it's entirely other thing when people start to describe you, what you actually are achieving. And it's even wilder when an AI is describing you back what you thought you did. Enjoy the technological times that we have, because they are outstanding. I love the fact that I can create now and not like 20 years ago. Honestly, I'm quite thankful to Sony that they decided to put a screen reader inside of their cameras, inside some of their cameras. And Canon and Nikon and DJI follow suit. Make your cameras accessible for us, because we need to tell our stories our ways. We don't need to rely to other people. We don't need to make people, set up cameras for us and stuff like this. We need to be independent, and blind content creation should be a true blind content creation. I'm tired of all the blind people, all the blind content creators who are like, I'm a blind content creator, but I send my videos for editing by people who can actually see. No, you are not a blind content creator. I'm a blind content creator because this video, I'm uploading it, I'm editing myself on my iPad, and I'm doing it alone, and you just you are standing in front of camera and speaking. That's what you are. And in terms of us being actual content creators, actual people with actual vision of how our visuals should look like, we should work with the actual camera makers. We should work with actual companies which are making software which is used to edit videos. We need to be more proactive. We need to be out there saying that, guys, we need drones, we need action cameras, we need 360 cameras, we need not only Sony cameras. I like Sony, I love you, but if I could try a Fuji camera, my God, I would. But until then, no, because Sony talks back to me, and Sony's audio just works with its digital hot shoe, and I don't need to go in, menus. And when I'm with my Sony Alpha 6700, I can go in with my menus and set up all kinds of audio levels that I need to. But if I buy myself a Fuji camera, I cannot go into no menus because the Fuji camera doesn't read to me anything. I can learn it by heart. Back then when I didn't have an iPhone, for instance, which has a screen reader, I used to remember by heart all the numbers. I used to learn by heart the menu of my Nokia phone, but it didn't feel good, And now when I'm with the dilemma between Fuji and Sony, I'm always, my first Sony camera was the ZV-E10, the original one, not the Mark II. And in the original one, I could just plug in my Sony mic and it just worked. And I didn't need to set up any sound levels. And in Fuji cameras, I didn't have any hot shoe type of thingies. And I needed to set up my levels and I couldn't because it doesn't speak until now. So Fuji, please. DJI, don't bother because I don't like. I'm sorry, I massively dislike you. Actually, it's you are. I don't like you. Okay. So thank you for watching. Subscribe and let's keep on creating and be aware of what we have and what we can try and achieve. Thank you.